How's it going, everyone? How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing great, and I hope you're all staying safe. Yes, I know, I've already made this video before. However, I like giving people different options, and recently I've been notified about a service comparable to Shadow called paperspace. Now, I've done a little bit of research, and this service is quite interesting. There were a few issues with Shadow, most of them have now actually already been fixed, but one of them hasn't. They're still on pre-order in most of Europe. Last time, a lot of people thought I meant that Shadow wasn't available in Europe, and quite a few of you actually have Shadow in Europe, and you've been pretty happy with it, so good for you. However, for most of us, yeah, it's on pre-order, and it's going to be on pre-order for quite some time. And having alternatives is very good. So, that is exactly what we're going to be taking a look at today. We're taking a look at a service called paperspace, which again gives you your own virtualized desktop up in the cloud, but this time the pricing is a little bit weird. Not only is it weird, but let me mention straight away that you will require some form of PC to access this. With Shadow nowadays, you don't even require virtual desktop, because Shadow has made their own app on SideQuest that you just sideload to your Quest, sign in with your Shadow PC, and boom, no virtual desktop required. So you can do it completely without a PC at all. You don't even need to go to the library to install virtual desktop. This service, on the other hand, is going to require us to have a computer for pretty much everything, because they don't even give you a mobile app to sign into your paperspace PC. But I want to test it out anyway, see how it goes, and see what we can possibly do with it, because a lot of us do have some form of even Linux PC, because I think Chromebooks run Linux, so maybe this would be runnable on Chrome. I'm not sure. If any of you were crazy enough, you'd probably be able to install Linux on your phone and run it off your phone. You know, emulation, but not that I'd recommend that. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it, and this time I'm gonna try out a few other games than Beat Saber, because people were triggered last time that I tried out Beat Saber, but these guys have servers in Europe, so no latency for me, hopefully. Well, okay, people get triggered when I say no latency. Minimal latency, guys. Minimal. So, going on to the Paperspace website, you will originally be in the Gradient platform, the ML platform. What you want to do is you want to switch from the ML platform to your core platform. Then in here, you want to create a machine. I'm going to select AMS1, which is Europe, and I'm going to select Windows 10 licensed. And here is where pricing gets interesting. On this one, you pay hourly, and the hourly price is 32 cents per hour, which is actually pretty insane. But then you realize you also have to pay for storage, and I'm going to be paying €7 a month for storage. So the pricing really isn't that much better than Shadow, but I guess if you only want to play a certain amount of hours, this could actually end up being cheaper. Like if you only want to play that one game and never again touch it, because Shadow per month, if you're not going for the year plan and you only want to play one game, is $14.99 in pounds, where I am, because United Kingdom. So this could actually end up being quite a bit cheaper. Now, how well it works, guess we're about to find out. So I'm going to be buying one machine, 100 gigs, €7 a month. Now these guys do have quite a bit of gigabyte options. I'm going for the Pro. I wouldn't really recommend going anywhere lower than the Pro, because you get 32 gigs of RAM, 100 gigabyte SSD, and a K180Q. Guess we'll see how good that is in gaming. Scrolling down here, the auto shutdown, I'm going to set to 1 hour, just so that it doesn't make me pay for things I don't need. And I'm going to add my credit card information. This is where you guys look away. And now that we have my credit card information put in, let's create our paperspace. Wait a second. I'm paying tax? Probably should have expected that. Meh, what don't you do for a video? So now our machine has been created and it is provisioning. I can launch this in the browser? Okay, I take that back. You don't need a PC to run this. If I can run this in the browser, you guys don't need a PC to run this. So once your machine does launch, what you need to do is you need to get yourself Steam VR, the Oculus app for all the Oculus drivers, virtual desktop or AMVR, because AMVR is free and now supports cloud computing, and that's it. So I'm gonna download all the necessary things and I'll be right back to you guys. Guys, this is honestly so sad. Apparently there's high demand. I'm actually going to cry. Finally, we're getting places, and now it's on and ready, and we can access it from the browser. Hell yeah. The delay is actually, I'm not sure, questionable. Let's check the internet speed on the best web browser in existence. Oh, okay. This is spicy. Okay, let's start downloading stuff. So, as you guys can see, I have Paperspace launched on my PC right now. There's an issue, however. Those graphics cards that they offer, yeah, they're pretty bad. You may be asking how bad. Let me show you. So currently, this GPU is running on a driver from 2015, which SteamVR actually tells me is incapable of playing VR. I don't know whether it's the driver that's incapable of playing VR, but just in general, this GPU is incapable of playing VR. Right now, we're running at a frame rate of 37 of what I can see here through Virtual Desktop, and launching Beat Saber, which is like, I have multiple games installed on this, but seeing what happens when I launch Beat Saber makes me say that it's just not worth it to try anything else. I think it's also worth saying that I did actually set the lowest possible resolution in SteamVR through the custom resolution settings, just to give it the benefit of the doubt. And as you'll see in a second, that didn't help. The latency may be better than what it was like on Shadow, but that's because these servers are in the EU. However, the latency really isn't that much better, because currently we're running at 100 milliseconds of latency, which is actually pretty damn bad. Okay, and I know that there's going to be people that tell me that this is all my internet's fault and that my internet is bad, so it's time I flex on you guys with my gigabit internet. When you're on desktop mode, we're running at about 40 milliseconds of latency, which is quite a bit better. But the problem here really is not the latency. It's the fact that we're running at 20 FPS, and it's making this pretty much unplayable. And as I said, I do have other games installed on this. However, I don't even, like, there isn't any point in trying them. Seeing what happens when you run Beat Saber, which is not really that much of a demanding game. Ouch, 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 ouch. We've dropped to 14 FPS. I mean, we are playing it right on the Quest. And as you can see right there, right in the center of the screen, it says upgrade graphics driver. The problem is, I tried upgrading that graphics driver, and the second you do that, the system crashes and doesn't want to boot up again. So this is actually my second paperspace PC. The first one I killed. But that's a problem. And we're going to talk about that in just a second, and I'm going to tell you how big this issue really is, and I'm going to tell you about the other options that are there that you might actually want to try out. But for that, let's hop right back to the original setup. So, as it was probably pretty obvious from what you saw there, I'm not very impressed. Now, as I did say earlier on, they do have other cloud gaming PCs. They have better GPUs that you can use. However, those actually require approval. Like, you need to tell them why you want to use them, and they either approve you or they don't within 1 to 2 days. I don't think that's the best way to do it, but look, I'm just here to test out what's available to everyone. And since this is the PC that seems to be available to everyone, I like the hourly mechanic. I do like that. However, this is an unplayable experience, unfortunately. If you don't go for the GPU Plus plan, unfortunately, or higher, this is what you're gonna get. And that's unplayable in even Beat Saber. I don't even want to try it in The Forest or Hell Split Arena, which are the other two games I had downloaded onto that cloud PC to try it out. Unfortunately, for VR gaming, I am completely unable to recommend. The plans lower than GPU Plus and higher, haven't tested, don't have approval. And I don't even know if I really want to test them, because what I'm here testing is cloud gaming for the masses, something everyone can use, which is, for example, Shadow PC, right behind me, as you can see there on the screen. That is the one we used in the past. They haven't paid me to do this whatsoever. I'm not paid by Shadow. I'm not affiliated with Shadow. I just really like their service, and I really like where they are going with it. The fact that they even created their own version of Virtual Desktop for VR users shows us that they are, in fact, looking at us, and they are trying to help us out, the VR users out there. And these guys' services are kind of spanning around the globe right now. Again, if you're waiting on pre-order, it's going to be completely worth it towards the end. At least on Shadow, even if I did have that huge latency because I was running on servers from the US, I had a really, really smooth experience. So just to show you the two side by side, here is what you would get with the GPU Plus plan, which is, by the way, not available in Europe. And here is what you get with Shadow Boost, which seems to be the default when purchasing a Shadow PC. So you get a GTX 1080 with Shadow Boost, and then you can also upgrade down the line. Now you can also upgrade for plans even further than GPU Plus, but of course that's going to cost you more, again, per hour, and at that point I don't even know if it's that much better than Shadow. So, I mean, The experiment was a failure? Success? I don't even know what to call this, guys, honestly. It was something I wanted to try, and unfortunately, it wasn't very successful. However, at least now you guys know. I did it so that you don't have to. It's currently 5:16, like that's how long we've been at this, literally. As I told you guys earlier, I had 2 paperspace PCs because one of them failed after I tried to update the graphics drivers, which you're apparently not supposed to do on a VM. Unless you have the GPU Plus plan, then you can upgrade your drivers all you like. If I manage to get my hands on a Shadow PC, I can do more testing for you guys, since a lot of you have been asking me to do that. A lot of you have been asking me to test more games, to test different connects and stuff, full body tracking with it and things like that. I would be very interested to do that, so hopefully we can get our hands on one sometime in the near future. And hopefully it's in the EU, because then we can really play around with low latency. So, I mean, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you guys disliked it, I guess this button works too, but please tell me why down in the comment section below. If you guys are not yet part of the community but would like to join it, we have a Discord down below. We also have a Reddit where I want to see you guys posting your spicy memes. Normally, at the end of a video, I would look through the Reddit and check out all the new spicy memes you guys have posted. However, today I'm not going to do that because I think this video has gone on for long enough. But if you guys want to support the channel in any way, shape, or form, we've got sick merch down below that doesn't put a huge ad on your body, sick mugs that boost your FPS, totally not by setting the resolution to 360p. If you guys want to see more content like this, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and see you again in the next video. Peace.